Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So, next episode, Challenger appears, episode number 3, and I think we have the public's favorite, right? One of our new decks being Tearlaments, you know, new in the TCG, but we don't get, or at least we won't be getting the Ishizu support until, what is it, November, December? In a couple of months. But I waited on the new OCG format. As you know, the OCG got their new format where Sprite got hit. Totally awesome, right? It got banned. So now Sprite is almost tier 0. Let's say it like that. And this was one of the lists that was featured on Road to the King, at least where, you know, he was referencing his lists, right? So let's see how far can Tearlaments go, stacked up against some random decks from this year's Cross-Banlist Cup. We already had Sprite in one of the previous videos and Monarch FTK from a couple of years ago, but now another tier 0 deck from this year. So let's see how are the matchups. So the first one here is, I think, going... I was about to say going second against the windups. That's true. But you know how ridiculous Tearlaments is. They can definitely play during your opponent's turn. It kind of seems that they don't care. They can just play during both players' turns. And you know how strong that is. So this should be my... I was about to say that this is the wind-up hand loop, but that's not the case. It's the shock lock version, right? But here, I guess, I'm not sure where I started using, at least what the way was. You have a couple of ways to play during your opponent's turn. As you know, you have the level 3, not familiar with the names. As soon as your opponent activates a monster effect on his side of the field, you can drop him and then, mill and go from there. Or the Ishizu cards, and I believe it was due to Herald. Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't make sense. They have like a DD Crow effect. All of them, or most of them. They trigger during your opponent's turn. Mill 5. Whatever. So, okay, Emancipator. And I go first. We know the deck list, so we know the Dark Ruler is there. Could be there. So I think this was an obvious one. You can go for Dweller to prevent the what's it called? The golem guy. You know which one I mean. Send to the graveyard, search 3. Yeah, that one. The Dweller prevents that, and there are ways to block Dragon. The golem. There are ways to, I guess, to play around Dark Ruler. I think I have a Shadow Beast. I'm not sure. Do I have a Shadow Beast in there? I think so. Again, just wait on your... Yeah, indeed, there it is. So, okay, obviously you definitely want to keep the Dark Ruler no more for that, but, being under Maxi, there is obviously 3 chances, 3 out of that many cards left that I draw a Herald's plus target to discard. And of course I had that, is it Salic? Salic, the effect failure continuous trap for Tearlaments. So, you have multiple ways to play around Dark Ruler. Anyway, so you see how strong Tearlaments is. So the next matchup is definitely a difficult one. So again, 2 losses, the deck is out. So go second against Spellbooks and no Herald. Herald was important against Blue Boy. Blue Boy pretty much always searches either Secret or Judgment. I was about to say the Herald is going to be useful against Yugioh, but okay, Yugioh could use its effect, but you're not using that, right? Especially if Yugioh already hits the board. And here I was like, okay, I have outs to prevent the Spellbook of Fate being live, banishing spellbooks from your graveyard, and then depending on how many spellbooks you banished, you can like bounce back, put the monster from your opponent face down, but I run into Judgment, so, prevent the normal summon from going through, and unless I miss something, but I don't have any way to make a play. Yugioh just says no, and yeah, the Fate is going to be live. Spellbooks of Judgment searches 4 in the end phase. Spellbook of Judgment is back at 1 in the OCG. It's not doing anything. But I don't know. Imagine Konami putting it back to 3. And then Spellbooks adjusting themselves to 2022 format, hand traps alike. Might be a strong contender, even though it might be hand trap weak. Right? Again, OCG format is different. So I go first. Dragoon Tech We've seen this one before in the Sprite matchup, I think. You know, you can mill, what is it, 10 to 15 cards. Already have Herald, so Herald, as you know, is like a 1 card, mill, 5, potential fusion, and the potential Baron play, as you know. So go for Kid Kalos, and Dragostaphilia is again a monster negation. But I guess the only dangerous play here in this situation is, but correct me if I'm wrong, is eventually using the Invocation Field spell, Meltdown, which I'm probably going to negate, because again, if there is a Red Eyes Fusion, I can't negate that with Meltdown face up. So, but again, imagine Dragoon hitting the board, popping 2 cards and an attack. Were there any follow-up plays? Yeah, probably. There is like no hand traps here in my opponent's hand, so there's only the Dragoon's negate. And again, I have a couple of outs for Dragoon's. Boreload Dragon is in the extra deck, just to name an out. Zeus should also be an out, right? So, you know, there are outs, but the game state would have been a bit different if that would have been... there would have been a super body. Yeah. It again would have been different, but it is what it is. I can capitalize on that. So again, going second against an iffy deck. I mean, if the deck can FDK, it's game over. Game over. But Herald, again, saves the day. Go for a couple of fusion summons. Again, you know, Duelist, Kaileido, the level 4, level 3, cheating out those fusions, right, with the greatest of ease. I have a couple of options, but I eventually went for Kid Colossus, again, extending into, I think, the level 3? Or was it Kaleido? Or yeah, I think so. Send Kaleido to the graveyard, something like that. And end on the secret rare, you know. It's a secret, the higher level fusion, the Kaleido Heart, I believe the name is. You know, interrupting your opponent's plays. You don't want to... yeah, right. Against this matchup, you can... what is it? Plague Spreader and the Shuro send it back to the deck? I think so. To the bottom of the deck? I don't know. Or descend them back to the deck. Yeah, that's the case. It's so strong. It doesn't really make sense. Why are these Ishizu cards so strong? Why they search, they special summon themselves, they interrupt your opponent. It's ridiculous. So again, I'm able to play during my opponent's turn. Again, go for Kid Kalos, getting a search. Okay, send Reno for again extending my plays. Yeah, makes sense. Send a level 3 for again another fusion summon. Do I have a Winda option? No. Okay, Kaleido. Yep, she seems perfect. Again, you don't want to give you don't want to give Dark Warrior too many options or prevent them from going for Isolde or negate Isolde, because Isolde here was only a one-off. Again, match number 7, duel number 7, I think so. So again, a hard deck. I go second, and I think I immediately lose this one because of Dark Law. Unless I'm missing something, right? I mean, Entis needs to be sent to the graveyard, so I can't... That's true, right? Because of Entis? Well, no, okay, I have an out. Unicorn is an out. If it wasn't for the second mass change, another Dark Law is hitting the field, and I can't recover from this. Imagine... I mean, it probably would, you know, would have been something different, the set card. But no Dark Law here, there might have been a comeback play possible. You know, using the normal summon here for Herald and potentially go from there, but not the case at the second Desires, but it doesn't matter. I mean, if you're good at top decking, and Totally Awesome is eventually going to hit the board, so nope. I'm not winning this one. So I feel that compared to Sprite, Tearlaments had a lot more stronger matchups, right? Like weaknesses, like Dark Law, for example, you know, stuff like that, Yogan. I mean, Sprite also, but I think Sprite does main deck more answers to that, so it is what it is. So any other deck you want to see featured here in these Challenger series, let me know. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Signing out. Peace.